Hey there, welcome to Cello Tuesdays. This is the December edition. I'm Diane Chaplin, and I'm going to continue to play these first Tuesday of the month broadcasts for the foreseeable future, because as I look back over this year where I did 11 of these, this has been great for me, and I want to just say thank you to you for listening and for helping me play the cello during this strange year where concerts have sort of started up, but there aren't very many yet. And I am recognizing that this has been one of the things that's kept me sane this year, has been playing these concerts. I have played 52 pieces for solo cello so far, and there's a lot more out there, so I'm going to keep doing them. I also want to mention that Portland Cello Project is planning to do some touring in March and April. March is mostly on the West Coast. April, we're going to go bunch of concerts in Montana and then out to the Midwest. So if you live in any of those areas, go look either on the Portland Cello Project page or on Diane Chaplin Cellist website, and you can find those dates. I'm just going to check to see somebody wrote. Thank you so much. Okay, great. I have learned to check the chat in case there's something wrong going on, but I think everything's fine. Today's program is called Home for the Holidays. And it partly is a reflection of, through this continuing stupid pandemic situation, a lot of us are not going places. I am not going anywhere over this holiday time. But, you know, it's also an acknowledgement that for a lot of people, the holidays are not always that great of a time. It's stressful. A lot of people don't feel like going out and being all cheery and merry, and really actually prefer to stay home in some amount of solitude. So this concert's a little bit addressing that situation with some songs that kind of speak more to solitude and a little bit more on the mellow side. And there will be a couple of holiday offerings, but again, not anything super exciting. The first piece is called Song of Solitude, and it's written by a cellist composer named Michal Stahel, who lives in Slovakia. He wrote this piece in 2012. And Michal Stahel mostly plays Baroque cello, and so the music that he writes tends to be in a quasi-Baroque style, kind of imitation Baroque. A Baroque cello would be similar to this cello, but set up with gut strings, without an end pin, and with just generally a more mellow sound. I also want to mention, for those of you who have watched a lot of my programming this year, you've probably noticed that every program I have included at least one work by a woman composer. And so I just want to say that this is my token male on this program. The rest of the program is all music written by women. This is Song of Solitude by Michal Stahel. probably recognized, I have a little dreidel, and that was the Dreidel Fantasie by my friend Elaine Fine. She wrote that piece last year in 2020, near the end of 2020, and I'm going to warrant a guess that it was, like the other pieces that are about to be played, a pandemic project, as we all sat at home during this time. The next piece, I'm going to retune my cello. The next piece was also written in 2020, and it's written for cello scordatura. Scordatura literally means untuned, and in this instance, it also, the whole cello goes out of tune. So my C string has been tuned down to a B. Okay. And this retuning allows different harmonies and also adds kind of a depth, a lowness to this piece. Hang on. This is the piece 7 by Andrea Casarrubios, and she wrote it as a tribute to essential workers during the pandemic, as well as to those who have lost friends and loved ones during this time, and to those who have suffered, which by this point is actually all of us. I want to read what she wrote about this work. My intention with this work was to create an experience in which two opposites coexist: solitude and resilience during isolation, and a sense of community and solidarity. The piece ends with 7 bell-like sounds, alluding to New York's daily 7 p.m. tribute during the lockdown, the moment when New Yorkers and Portlanders and people all over the world clapped from their windows, connecting with each other and expressing appreciation for those on the front lines. This is from a project entitled Songs of Isolation, 7 by Andrea Casarrubios.
hope you enjoyed that piece of Andrea's. I think it's really powerful work. I'm really thrilled I got a chance to play it. Okay, so there's one more piece on the program, and this is actually written by me last year as part of my pandemic project. This is a piece that is variations on Coventry Carol. So Coventry Carol is one of those songs at Christmas time that you will probably recognize the melody of, but you probably don't know the lyrics to. One of those. And there may be a reason why you haven't absorbed the lyrics. So I want to talk a little bit about what the original song was. In the 14th and 15th centuries, there were guilds in Coventry, England, that would put on pageant plays during the summer, and they would be illustrating biblical stories. Around about the 16th century, they started doing nativity plays, and during the nativity play, this song was sung. It was one of three songs in the nativity play. Someone copied it down in the mid 16th century. His name was Robert Crew, which is sort of amazing that we know who copied this song down that long ago. But the song is about an incident recorded in the book of Matthew called the Massacre of the Innocents. The words go like this, some of them. Herod the king, in his raging, charged his men of might, all children young to slay. Woe is me, poor child, for thee, ever mourn and say, bye-bye, lule, lule. So what that meant was that King Herod ordered an edict to kill all the babies that were born, the sons in particular, the sons under the age of 2 that had been born in Bethlehem, because he was visited by the Magi, the wise men, who said, the king of the Jews is going to be born and he's going to usurp you off your throne. So he ordered, allegedly, he ordered that all the babies be killed. And then Jesus not Jesus, well, Jesus was born, but Joseph was visited by an angel who said, you better hightail it out of Bethlehem. And so Joseph and Mary took Jesus to Egypt so that he wouldn't be caught in this slaughter of the innocents. But this is thought to be, by most scholars, an apocryphal story. It is believed that it did not ever happen. There is no other evidence for it anywhere, and it's thought to be a compilation of maybe some other things that did happen. But the words are about the babies that are going to be killed, and basically this is a lullaby that the mothers sing to their doomed sons. So that's pretty depressing. And the melody is very beautiful and sad, as you might expect for a Christmas carol that's about killing babies. So this is Variations on Coventry Carol by me, Diane Chaplin.
whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate this month, I hope you have peace and happiness with whatever it is you're doing. I will see you back here on this is December, on January 4th for a new year on every continent. I'm going to play music from all 7 continents to celebrate New Year around the world. Thank you so much for checking in. See you later. Bye.